Hey guys, it's Jonathan here with Texas Predator and Hog Hunt. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the AGM Spectrum digital night vision and full color digital day scope. This is a new scope from AGM, just released a few months ago. Scope looks exactly like the AGM Adder thermal scope. Power buttons on the left hand there. Focus on the end. You can put a CR123 there on the top cap. That one on the right is a charging port, and the one on the left is to scroll through your menu and your zoom. I'm using the Sniper Hog Light Coyote Cannon IR light. You can slide it in and out to zoom or make your beam wider. You see here I zoom in, zoom back out. All you have to do is slide the end of the tube on the light. Really good upgraded light. The scope gathers light really well. It's way darker through my eyes without looking through the scope. All I can see is some dark spots out there where these deer and hogs are at right now. But through the scope I can see it crystal clear without using any IR light. It's really impressive on that. This here is in the color mode. I can just barely see those deer and hogs with my eyes not looking through the scope. But through the scope in the color mode, I can still see them really well. It is clear if you switch it over to the night view instead of running in the color mode at this time of the day. But still, I'm really impressed with how much light this thing gathers. If it gets much darker than this, you will have to switch it over to night mode and use the IR light. See right here, I can through my eyes without looking through the scope, all I can see is a deer. I have no idea that deer has horns or anything on it, but when I look through the scope, I can see the deer, crystal clear. It's a little more distorted looking than it would be during the, good daylight hours through the color mode. I'll show you a clip here in just a minute with the full color, in the regular daylight hours. Here's just normal daylight hours. Kind of looking into the sun just a little bit right here. I'm zooming in, zooming back out. And as I scan to the right, it's going to get I'm looking more into the sun and see it kind of brightens it up and kind of you can't see that well through it. When I scan back to the left and get out of the sun, you'll see how much clearer it gets. See how much clearer it is right there when I'm not looking into the sun. Really good image quality on this scope. This deer's probably 200, 250 yards, something like that. I'm using the Coyote Cannon IR light on this. Full zoom. Actually, what I'm seeing through the scope is actually a little clearer than I think this video is. On all these videos. The scope's really impressive scope for digital night vision. And the upside of this scope being a full color day vision, if you wanted to deer hunt with it during the day, you could record your hunt, using it in the full color mode during the day. And you want to stay a little later, shoot some pigs after it gets dark, you switch over to the night mode and, hunt hogs and stuff like that, or coyotes. If you're coyote hunting around houses and stuff, you want to ID exactly what you're shooting before you shoot the neighbor's dog or something. This night vision is great for that. In this clip here, I'm using a kind of a cheap mount off Amazon to hold this IR light. I don't have it really, it's too loose. It's not letting me focus it real well. But Sniper Hog Lights makes a great Picatinny rail mount that goes to the eyelet of your sling on the bottom of your stock or your rifle. And I have already switched my light over to that, and it's really steady. Unless you really get the perfect image using the IR light, using that mount. You'll see here in just a second that when I shoot this pig that the IR light's loose. See how the light moved around? I had to get it back in focus real quick. This is a factory IR light that it comes with. This is a really good little light. It's a couple 100-yard light. If you're just hunting around 100 yards or so, this is really all the light you need. But the Coyote Cannon is quite an upgrade from this light. This clip here, I'm not shooting through this scope, but I'm videoing with this scope using the AGM factory IR light. You can see it's pretty clear. The pig's probably 60 yards, something like that maybe. Pretty tall grass. Here are all the specs on the scope. If you want to read through that, you can pause it and scroll through it and look at it. It tells you everything you need to know about the scope, price and everything. Really great scope. I've been really impressed with the scope. I'll be using it for deer hunting and coyote hunting some this year, so I can record, daytime hunts with it. If you have any questions about this scope or any other scope, reach out to me on here or other social medias, and I'll be glad to help you. Thanks for watching.